Everybody got there? Can you hear me? Do I need this?
Yes.
I do? All right. Got a few. We got to get this going. I got a tea time. And Erica beats me every weekend, so we got to watch it now. But I think most everybody's here. Well, I appreciate everybody coming out. We have a joint team meeting today amongst mostly our Brazelton office, our Habersham office, and our Gainesville office. A lot of you might not realize, but we have two more offices in the Lanier Partners kind of organization. We have a Winder location and a Lake Hartwell location. So they'd rather be jet skiing on Lake Hartwell than come to this probably. And not sure what they're doing at Winder, so we'll see. But wanted to get everybody to meet together because we're coming up on our 15-year anniversary. We've got some big announcements to make today, but I'm going to let Judy come on up. She's going to give us a quick rundown of the last 15 years.
Okay, Keith asked me to do this because I guess I've been here, well, I don't want to sound the oldest, but I guess I probably am. For those of the oldest, not quite the oldest. But anyway, I just want to give you a little history. A lot of you know it, and maybe some of you don't. Back in 2001, I was managing broker for another local company and had been for 18 years. And I was looking at a change and what I could do, maybe become a trainer, maybe get into coaching. So I called a friend of mine who is Kay Evans, and she was a GRI. How many has a GRI? A bunch of them open. Anyway, Kay was a GRI instructor. And so I called Kay and asked her if she would meet with me, and she said yes. So she said, sure, come down. And she was, at the time, had just become the co-owner of the Southeast region for Keller Williams. Well, I really didn't know who Keller Williams was or what they were, but I knew Kay. So I went down and had lunch with her, and then I asked her, she shared with me her ideas about my future, and she said, I asked her, I said, can you tell me a little bit about what do you do? So she gave me like a 15-minute synopsis of Keller Williams. Education, training, technology, and profit sharing. Well, that caught my eye. So anyway, I went back home, and a couple of weeks later, she called me and said that she'd been talking to a couple of other people in Gainesville, and she asked me if she could use my name. Well, I hadn't decided what I was doing. I said, no, please no. So she did. But anyway, she talked to them, and she called me back, and she said, I've got two people that I want you to talk to, Keith Cook and Mitch Farmer. Well, they were both working for me, and so I called Keith, and I said, we need to talk. So they came out to my house, we sat around the dining room table. We spent the summer researching Keller Williams, what we liked, what we didn't like. We were looking for other partners at that, and we brought in, there's Alicia Parks, and Peggy Curtin, and Peggy is at the beach instead of being here, but anyway, Peggy. So anyway, we formed Keller Williams. We launched on September 11th, 2001. We had left our offices the day before and launched Keller Williams September 11th, 2001. So, of course, we're wondering, what have we done? Where were we, the world falling apart, whatever. But anyway, we started out with the five of us. Our goal was to have 30 people at the end of the year. We had 60 in 1 year, and we have been growing ever since. We've actually in 2012 added a heritage group, and they joined with us. A number of you were with the heritage group and now with Keller Williams. So we've developed Market Center. Brazelton started out as a business center and has developed, as you know, into a market center. And as Keith mentioned, we have 3 business centers now. So we're very proud of where we've been, but we're also proud of where we're going. We're celebrating our 15th year. We're going to have a big party, and not sure when, but in the near future, we will be having a big party. So anyway, I just wanted to let you know a little bit about where we've been. There we go. Thanks.
That was a little bit about our past. I'll never forget, my first sign call when we opened our office in Gainesville was, "Is Kelly Williams there?" I'm like, "No, we got a long ways to go," and we continue to work the model of Keller Williams. And I want to talk to you a little bit about the Brazelton office, because in 2008, we were fortunate enough to grow that business center into a market center and launch that. Well, it just so happened about 3 months before that, 2007, September, that's when wheels were falling off of the real estate industry. So we have managed to open offices in some of the worst times of the economy. So, which is probably some of the best things that you can do. You have to work a little harder. But Brazelton, I want to, Debbie Robinson, I don't think she's here today. She was the key instrument in getting that office open. Her influence in that area. So if you can see Debbie, give her a big hug and give her a big pat on the back, and then we've kind of branched off from there. So that's a little bit about the past. Like Judy said, there's going to be a big party coming up. But also I want to talk to you about our present. Let's see. Some of you guys may know or may not know, in our Gainesville office we have Allison sitting right here. So anytime we have Jackie. Allison is head of agent services, assistant MCA, wears about every other hat in the office. And Jackie is our MCA, and they both do an absolutely wonderful job. And then we got Judy, I'm looking for a hat, right over here. And I know all of you know Judy. She's one of them. All right, and then our Brazelton guys, Andrea couldn't be here. She's in Hawaii for 2 weeks, celebrating it's her 15th or 12th? 15th wedding anniversary. So. And she's been doing an absolutely fantastic job in that office. And then we have Deb somewhere. Wave at that. Deb is the Allison of Brazelton. Services, assistant MCA, does about everything that you can imagine. And then we have Misty Bird back there. And we've got several other folks, but we'll get on with everything. But another key person that I wanted to talk about in our Brazelton office, she started with us as an agent. And she's a little shy, a little quiet, which is kind of surprising if you know her now. And then she started as an assistant team leader for us, because as we were branching out offices, that's one of the things we're going to talk today about, leverage and coverage. She was the key to covering that office as we were growing. And she was a logical choice to open up as a team leader when we opened the office. So Dawn Polk, I saw her somewhere, there she is. So the Brazelton office wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Debbie and Dawn making it happen and getting it growing. So it's a little bit about the past, a little bit about the current. Also, we have several investors here. We've got Judy Presley. She mentioned Peggy Madera. Let's see, who else? We've got Johnny Elliott, Alicia Parks, and then back there in the back, we got Patty Chambers and Janice Wilson. Am I missing anybody in Gainesville? And then our two other partners are Don Polk and Debbie Robinson over in Brazelton. So those are the investors in the office. So that's a little bit about currently what's going on. I'm proud to say that every county that we have an office in, we're leading in market share. And that's kudos to everybody. As we keep looking at the numbers in all the counties, it's kind of a weird concept, because we don't have a lot of inventory. There's not a lot of listings going on the market. Average sales price is rising, but it seems that things are weird. I guess that might be till the election or till we get out of it. But at any rate, so I want to talk to you about the future. and kind of some of the things we've got planned and some of the things that we're looking to do. It probably started stirring in me back in November. We're always looking at budgets and forecasting for the next year and looking, kind of having vision to see where we want to go and how to get there. And then it really hit me this August when Mega Camp came around. And I just got to the point, because I've been to, I think, probably 15 family reunions, 15 Mega Camps. And as an OP, does anyone know what OP stands for? Operating principle. Does anyone know what they do? Because you don't see me hardly any. Well, obviously, I did nothing. Now, we'll explain to you what the OP does. The OP is really kind of the leader of the investor group. Keller Williams International does not want to deal with how many investors we have. They want to deal with one person. So I get pushed to the forefront to take the position and graciously taken it, because I've learned a lot through Keller Williams. I've learned business, I've learned relationships, I've learned a lot of different things. And Keller Williams has been absolutely fantastic. And I've seen Keller Williams make a difference in communities and a difference in our agents' lives. But as we're looking at the future, it's got to the point where, as an OP, I'm kind of that liaison with Keller Williams and with the investors. And I have countless trips to Austin constantly, countless trips to Atlanta. And it just got to the point in August, when Mega Camp rolled around, I would rather stay here and coach my 7-year-old son's football team than make another trip to Austin. So at that point, I talked to Cheryl Sidoti, our regional director, which a lot of you guys know her, and kind of told her what was going on in my life. And we've got a couple different transitions we're making, not changes, because I'm not going anywhere, I'm still here, but we're adding extra layers of coverage to help our organization develop. So we have brought on, many of you guys know Matthew Meeks. Matthew, stand up for it. I'll give him the microphone in a second. We might not get it back, because Judy may take it. But Matthew, we're bringing him on as a full-time managing broker, qualifying broker. And what that does is, Matthew has kind of served in this, or has been serving in this position at the Gainesville office. And what we see now is we need that extra layer of coverage from the brokerage standpoint. So you're going to see Matthew be the full-time broker in all our offices. Now, Lori and Brazelton, she'll still be there. This is just additional coverage, additional help. Matthew's going to be teaching. He's going to be having one-on-one conversations, get you, hopefully keep you out of trouble, and if you're in trouble, hopefully get you out of trouble. So, but there's going to be a whole other level of coverage that we're putting together with Matthew. Currently, he's listed. Well, he'll tell you a little bit about his transition plan. So we're adding that to the mix, and also on our leadership team, we're adding Johnny Elliott as our interim OP. And what he's going to do is kind of step in for me, and he's going to be working with our regional office and our international office with budgets. As OP, you're doing a lot of things on the back end. And again, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be here, support Johnny. But if you ever get to know Johnny, and his resume is quite extensive in real estate and some of the things that he's done. So that's kind of the announcement, is we're going through some transitions, which it will not affect day-to-day life one bit. Team leaders are there, MCAs are there, everything else is going there. It's just adding more coverage on the back end. So I'd like to bring Matthew up real quick. Judy, you got to stay. She's paying attention to get the microphone. So I want Matthew to tell you a little bit about himself. And I know a lot of you guys know him, but truly one of the best souls you're going to meet on this earth. So Matthew, thank you.
I am certainly honored to have this privilege to work with the best agents and staff in the industry, and I truly believe that. I've been with Keller Williams for about 14 years, and this is my 19th year, this past August, how long I've been in real estate. So I've learned a lot, I've made a lot of mistakes, I've done some things that you may see as successes, I hope. And hopefully we can continue to grow this company together. I really believe that we have the best agents in the office. I'm sorry. Can y'all hear me now? They only gave me an hour. But anyway, so I'm looking forward to expanding my role. I have been in the Gainesville office, like he said, basically doing pretty much what I'm going to be doing across the board now. However, I'm here to help you guys. We have goals we want this company to achieve. We want to take it to the next level. And we all want to help you guys with your business as well. So that's what I'm here to do. You're going to start seeing me in your office some. I'm not there to interfere. I'm there to help. You're still going to have the most amazing staff that you've always had. But like he said, I'm just an extra layer of support. Okay? So again, thank you guys so much. I look forward to working with you. And if I can ever help you, just give me a call. Okay? Thank you so much.
Okay, also I'd like to bring young Elliot up. Maybe say a few words. Keep the sun out of his eyes.
I'm going to first position, if I can, get a little more out of the sun. Okay. Janice? Okay. Usually Janice is at the front of the room, and I'm at the back. Okay, can we hear? All right. First, I want to sincerely thank Keith Cook for all the good things that came from his work as our operating partner, and I look forward to him helping me transition into this interim operating partner role. Thank you, Keith. Well, you've heard my name, Johnny Elliott, and I am glad to be here with the family of Keller Williams agent, staff, leadership team. We've got a strong culture of service, and I remember coming here and Gary Keller saying, whether it's serving each other, serving our communities, or serving our planet, a culture of doing more than just selling real estate defines Keller Williams as a company. Like most of you, I came from the outside looking in. I joined Keller Williams over 4 years ago in February of 2012 as one of the long-term owners of Heritage, which included 2 other people here today who were critically important, Patty Chambers and Janice Wilson. They're back there. Janice is not retired. Never say that in her presence. Patty will never stop. She will always try to be the top in everything she does. And so when we came here, we decided to bring the entire office of about 50 agents to become a part of this Keller Williams operation, because in all candor, as we talked about it internally, we said this is the best thing for the agents, because we had become aware of what was offered. And for the company, it was time to make the move. So we did become investors, and after coming on board, like everybody here, when you come to Keller Williams, we begin learning a different language. That's Kellerisms. And I've worked with a lot of the national companies in nice roles, but I didn't have to learn a new language. And at first, when you come in and you say, where's the manager? They say, well, it's the team leader. Who runs the books? I want to get paid. Well, that's the MCA. But I got past all that. So at that time, I had no idea that it was going to lead to a role in operations within the company. And I'm not going to take a lot of time about details of the past 35 years. I've been in real estate sales, real estate brokerage, ownership, and so on, including working as executives in some companies you might know. If anybody's curious about more details, see me sometime when you've got time, and I'll tell you, you can tell me when to stop. But the person who cares most about titles and the war story stuff is my mom. She loves it. And she's still with me. A lot of work that I'm going to be doing is behind the scenes, working through other people. We have an involved, capable group of investors and an even stronger leadership team now with Matthew on board. And I'm happy to be working within that structure. We're planning for a strong finish in 2016. We're looking forward to 2017 and putting together a plan that makes this happen an even better year. So my primary focus will be on the financial and operational side of our business, being sure that our companies are focused on delivering the support to our agents that they expect and deserve. I'm also going to be sure we're running a lean, efficient company focused on growth by recruiting, retention, training, and expansion when and where it makes sense. And we're continuing to build agent profit sharing and company profitability. So we're going to be the strongest company in the markets we serve all the way around, not just operationally, but financially, so that we can continue to do all we want to do. And I thank you for the ability to be part of that.
I want to reminisce a little bit. I was 26 years old taking GRI 3 with Alicia at the time, and Matthew. And I do have some stories. But sitting back in the back, at the time, I was with another brokerage company here, and we were looking for something different. We were young, and Mitch and I were partners. The rest is all one of the other pleasant people we serve. But we were a team listening and selling real estate, trying to have buyers agents, and this was 15 years ago. And didn't have a model, didn't really understand what a model was. All we knew was to pick up the phone, go knock on doors and whatnot. And but we knew there was something else out there. And I was sitting, and a couple of people told me about Keller Williams coming to town. And we knew we were going to open up a brokerage or do something along those lines. And I was at GRI 3, and I walked up to the front, handed my card to Kev, and told her, hey, I'd love to hear more about your company. Well, she called a few times. I kind of put her off. And finally, the last time she called, she said, Keith, this is an amazing company. And I think you're somebody you might want to be in business with, and just come and talk with me. So I went all the way to the Windmill office in Alpharetta, and I sat down. And I'll tell you, I learned more in 45 minutes about model systems and business than I did at the previous 3 years of my previous company. And I came back and said, Mitch, we're opening up a franchise. And then that's kind of how I started the story with Judy. And what intrigued me the most was the models and systems. The training is absolutely unbelievable. In 15 years, looking back, Keller was named #1 training institute in the world last year. I looked at profit sharing, which seemed pretty cool because I brought a few agents in another company and really didn't get a pat on the back. And this company is going to share almost $1 billion back to its associates. So it's something phenomenal. Then I look at the consulting and the technology and all the other things that go on in the office, from the KW Cares to the culture, and how much this company has grown. And if you're not taking advantage of the systems, the models, the people here, you're doing your business a disservice. So I would hope that everyone would get plugged in, because in November, which is right around the corner, we're going to start our budget classes like we do every year and start planning for 2017 for your businesses. And I'd like for each of you guys to get plugged in, because I think a lot of times I hear, well, Allison's too busy for me, or Deb's too busy. I hate to bother them. Well, all you have to do, we're one phone call away from booking an appointment. And if you book an appointment, I guarantee if you sit down with Deb and Allison, you're going to learn a lot in 20 minutes about eHedge or .loop or this or that. And if you sit down with your team leader, Judy or Andrea, you're going to learn a lot about consulting on your business and accountability. And each of you guys are in a business for yourself. And that's one thing I definitely continue to stress to you, because things are going good in the market, things are going to go bad in the market. But I've seen the times when the things went bad in the market that agents make more money than they ever have in the lifetime of their business. So be prepared and be ready. And I'm going to turn this back over to Judy.
Huge hand for We have lots of stories. We're not going to share them today. We just wanted for everybody here to do this together. mailboxes, thought we were selling it out or whatever, but, we know how fast, your texting works, and we knew that you all would know about it before the next person, so we wanted everybody that could be here to hear. So we just want to thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being Keller Williams and your partners. We owe it all to you that are in this room and those that are watching us in the airwaves. But we really do appreciate all you do, our staff. We could not be without them. Let's give them another hand. Okay. That's all we got for you today. So go out and sell something. We'll have great routine meetings coming up. You will be hearing more. Everybody will come to our 15th anniversary party. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you guys.